Sick of the rants, sick of the dance, sick of chanting down Babylon. Sick of the man, sick of his plans, sick of singing the same old songs. Sick of the rants, sick of the dance, sick of chanting down Babylon. Sick of the man, sick of his plans, sick of singing the same old song. Sick of singing the same old song. Sick of falling flat on my ass, catching disasters as they happen. Hoping this is the first time we manifest magic as reaction to the horrors we left trapped in the belly of the earth, scratching the surface. No telling what the worst damage was done by church and state, manipulating verses by poets for patriotism and faith in systems that constantly subjugate women based on fear, inferiority, and hate. The only ones able to relate are missing faces, voices, names in a resting place with no choices for their children but early graves, or vanishing in chains forged by mental slavery and abandoned shame. No telling what the worst damage was done by church and state, manipulating verses by poets for patriotism and faith in systems that constantly subjugate women based on fear, inferiority, and hate. The only ones able to relate are missing faces, voices, names in a resting place with no choices for their children but early graves, or vanishing in chains forged by mental slavery and abandoned shame. Where I live, the destination was once in the top 10. Now I see new faces less often, just more buildings rotten and green spaces, serving as coffins for an old world. All but lost and amen. All but lost and amen. Out of the woodwork, I'm similar to Silver Quick, Fleetfoot by Nike, or was it Fleetwood with Knicks? Few really knew the extravagancy with which we lived. Whole villages sharing a wage for our day in the life richly, wishing many of us an afterlife in hell that won't go swiftly. First world problems swell, while the third world adapts quickly. Boy to mister, rhyme to songful sing, understand everything in terms of heartbeat, heat of rhythm, antithesis to system, synthesize wisdom, interface, decision to proceed with faith into unknown poetry untold, bold, a major collision with galactic distortion, resort to reporting measure of decibel with the questionable mathematics of my abstract, grabbable only if your hands are up in the air, daring the future to race the present, face the benediction, resident with any attempts to kiss moments with the softest lips, language flat by standards fit for kings, hesitant to fall into a poet's lap, feel a tingling as mouth trap capture life found in sound, profound, perhaps astounding, profound, perhaps astounding. Some cats flow, some cats front, some cats spit yippee-ki-yo, some cats spit yippee-ki-yay. Let me say that again. Some cats flow, some cats front, some cats spit yippee-yi-yo, some cats sing yippee-ki-yay. I sit genetic shotgun, twist chronic bop gun. I got on nostrum, you want some? I come from the line of thought, you cannot complicate what you ought with what you are. You be you, I be me, isms do not balance what is. Isms do not balance what is. I sit genetic shotgun, twist chronic bop gun, I got on nostrum, you want some? I come from the line of thought, you cannot complicate what you ought with what you are. You be you, I be me, isms do not balance what is. These words confusing like saying Confucius, but this pen swims like my blue fish over these blue lines. My intent is to stop time for a second, stay your shoulder rested, attend to the attention you invested into all these tenses we exist in. Past, present, future. The sound of the earth turning is what the mute heard when he saw through the eyes in his ears, but he could not speak a word. So he chose to stay near eternal truth. It did not require show nor proof, but a love he would not use or lose despite three-dimensional images throwing hate into his vision. Thought, sound, decision, no division. Staying linear is a matter of writing on one line, but I find my rhymes broken after every time I write. And although the sonic dated, the related articulation remains the same. Poetry's no game. I feel this is strategy. My main script reflects that tragedy. Open wounds exposed bear witness to all who have eyes closed. Some cats front, some cats flow, some cats sing yippee-yi-yo, and some cats spit yippee-ki-yay and pull guns on each other. In some places, this is going to be another hot summer. Traces of prior season vanish like reason, and suddenly I've forgotten what I feared. Insecurity shaven like my brother's beard, leaving stubble to replace the hairy rubble at my feet. What remains is belief. To stand with face naked and defy the instinct to retreat. Stand with face naked and defy that instinct to retreat. Thank you. I needed that time to vibe out. Make vine sprout new leaf. This expression is some random river that feeds those who need to quench their thirst with word. As the beat glides like a beautiful bird, what's the word? I'm holding this book like a frame wrapped with canvas, handheld, stabbing the pages like I'm painting in broad strokes. Hiding out cloaked, but my light shines brightest when it's closest to its source. So I throw away all context, this veil of one threat, silencing 6 billion voices, multiplied by 1 or 2 choices, Pepto-Bismol or Evian water. Full-on war, the inevitable slaughter of all we believe to be. In an instance, my thoughts can become music. Harnessed beneath tips of fingers and my 2 lips on the MIC, tight. I like to hype a lot, but I'm down to talk deep underground like hit whispers heard between the sounds. Root to ground, root to ground, root to ground. Witness this hyper siren sound. So I mess up my nouns, derail the train of thought often blocked by the other side of the brain. Caught up with the refrain. Gotta win this game, gotta win this game, gotta win this game. And I guess I got no one else to blame but myself. Question the wealth from pushing out. Question the wealth from pushing out. All the while my mind telling me to keep pushing these forces in. Absorb, release, absorb, release. Everything meets with its just reward. And the ego part of me soared higher than heights can reach. Hyperspace. A millennium falcon when bird starts talking warp speeds. Distorting the gravity of the age of memory. I will never stop remembering now. And the past parts like waves on the brow of my ship. The prow of my ship. The brow of my lip is wet with sweat. Let too much face show, not enough heart. But let us not be martyrs, no, just artists. That's the hardest thing to accept within this construct. This corner of street, abandoned, lost, no cost to build boards or advertise in high definition. Submit to the submission, overt intentions of feeding junk to brains. Not the same as jungle, not the same as screaming uncle to majesty. Love the type of beat that make you lean back and bang your head black, but baby, I'm all the colors of jazz. I'm all the colors of jazz. How